Oh, g'day everyone. Welcome back. I'm just going to wander out the front in my little front garden. It's a beautiful spring day today, so I thought I'll just have a little wander through and see how it's all going. We'll check on the worms, see how they're going with their new bedding. Lots of bees, but an unusual insect on my lavender bushes. I don't know if you get them anywhere else in the world or they're just here. So anyway, let's go out the front and we'll have a look. These salvia bushes here, I put one in and it's grown quite a lot, and then I thought they were so beautiful that I went out and I bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. So I've just got those in the garden and I just give them a little bit of a trim up. They actually look really pretty. I love the vibrant pink on them. And this lavender bush here looks like it's kind of dividing itself. And these little sort of hedge-like bushes, I think they're called something. I can't remember. There might be a tag under here somewhere, but yeah, they've really taken off this year. So I'm going to let them get a little bit bigger, and they're like a bit of a hedge plant, so I'll be having a nice little hedge just all the way along here, and just adding another little feature to the garden. I do have a few of these dotted around. I do have one that's just over here, and just at the front here I've got 2, 3, 4 growing here. So I'll have these ones are not as close as the other ones, but I thought I'll just try and just put some more hardier plants in along this front part here as well, because this really does get the sun and it dries out a lot quicker. Just looking inside my tree there, looks like it's getting a little hollow. So maybe you can see a slater walking around in there. But I love this one. It's just got a really strong, straight trunk on it. So this has been in the ground since we moved in or built the house. That was back in '97. So it's doing pretty well. I've cut the limbs off every year. Some years I actually cut the limbs right back to there's actually nothing, but it just shoots out. I decided not to cut them back each year because it does throw a bit of shade in the garden. Otherwise the sun sets over this side, and this front yard gets the sun all day, and it can be pretty harsh on the plants. I've got 2 here, and this one here is the biggest one, and I might have to trim it back, but I'm just noticing these really unusual type of insects on there, like some sort of, not sure. Does anyone know what these ones are called? They seem to be all over the lavender plants. I don't know if you can quite see them apart from the bees, but they seem to be all over the plants. Oh, this is a nice little ground cover, but this, yeah, some of this horrible grassy stuff in it. I'll have to pull that out. It's a little bit congested in this area here, so I might have to trim back the lavenders, and I do have a ground cover rose in there, so I have to be careful with that because it'll have thorns on it. And these daisies, little daisies, they pop up everywhere. I just bought one little punnet of them a couple of years back, and once they dry up, all the seeds just scatter through the garden and they just pop up anywhere. So I'll have to, yeah, once they start dying off, I will pull those ones out. And this is my cineraria, which has almost had its time. my dichondra. It's not a bad plant. It does cover the ground, so it might help keep the moisture in the soil. Otherwise it dries out. And there's my nice little, that ground rose. I'm not sure if it's a good spot there. It's really getting covered up by this lavender bush here. But anyway, so I have a lot of colour in my garden. I haven't really had to do a lot with this. We do get the odd weed that comes in, this type of thing. I think it came in with the mulch, and every year it just seeds. I think it just must drop the bulb in the soil. It's really hard to pull out, so I got on top of it. They were quite abundant in my garden. This part up here I haven't really kind of put a lot in, though I will show you something. This plant, this tree here, my Polygala grandiflora, it must be on its way out, I think, because it's only in the last year or two it's been dropping little seeds, and I've actually let a few of them grow. So I do have another little one growing here, because the trunk of it is looking a little old, and it looks like we did have one big branch fall off. And then I have another one here, and then this one here. I'm letting this one grow to take the place of this one, this big one. So that's doing not too bad there. It's got lots and lots of new shoots on it. So I'll let that one keep growing. So my little climbing plant I had, it's not doing too good. I do have some new shoots coming up on that one. It's getting a little greener. I was going to just pull it out, but I thought, well, since it's got some new little shoots on it, I'll try and rejuvenate it. Looks a bit poorly there. And same with this one here. This one, I don't think this pot's very good for it, so I might just a glazed pot. This is beautiful when I first bought it. I have had this a couple of years now, but yeah, it's not liking that pot, I don't think. And I've just got some more of my, oh, look at that. I love it. I love coming out once these snapdragons have starting to die off their little flower pods. You get all these seeds that come out. Don't know if you can see all those black seeds, but I'll just sprinkle them back in there. Do it with this one, maybe. Yes, just give it a bit of a shake. Normally I put them in a plastic bag and sort of keep them, store them, but I just think, oh well, free flowers, might as well even if you give each little pod a shake or the whole little bush. Yeah, it's one thing I love about snapdragons. So just in here I've just planted in some leeks. I thought I'll try and grow these out in the front garden and have them up against this fence here so they don't get battered too much by the wind at the back. So that might grow really well there. And then just across here I just planted just a handful of snow peas. So I've just planted those in, and they're really starting to tangle around themselves. I'll have to put up a little bit of string or wire or something for them to sort of climb up this. I'm thankful that the slaters haven't eaten them, and also I did put some snail pellets around because them all, or if I didn't, they'd be out there munching them all. I've just planted some dwarf beans. I thought I'd better pop a little bit of a crop in. Just got these ones going at the moment, and I've got a lot of snail pellets there, but if I don't put those down there wouldn't have been anything left. So I've just put about a dozen, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, yeah, a dozen dwarf beans in there, and hopefully Yep, they'll all start growing and the snails will be at bay. And I thought that the slaters would have come in as well. I have a huge problem with them. So I thought we'd just pop out and check in on the worm farm. And I do just notice up on the lid here, they look like little pot worms. They're still alive. Done here is I had a pot at the front and the plant died in it. I think it just got a little bit too waterlogged because I had one of those trays underneath it and it got wet feet and I didn't like it, so the plant died. But there is one little creature that just loves it when it's super, super wet, and it's not the red wiggler. If you just have a look closely up on the bin here, hopefully I can just sort of capture them for you. They're little tiny white little pieces of fluff. They look like little bits of fluff. But they're actually potworms, and they absolutely love really wet conditions. So, and if your bin is too wet, you're going to get a heap of those. They're only very skinny little things, like the width of a needle or something, even skinnier than that. But if you come down to the sides of the bin here, you'll see them all starting to congregate around the sides. It's because what they're trying to do is they're trying to seek out moisture, and because the bin's drying out, they're all coming to the sides trying to get the moisture on the side of the bin. But in actual fact, the bin's drying out, so the material is drying out, so it's not ideal conditions for them, but it is for the red wigglers. So they're going to just go to the sides and they're all just going to die. So I've done a video on potworms. I'll link that one up in the description above, because I had another worm farm that was just absolutely just riddled with potworms, and they were big and fat and juicy, and yeah, they were taking over the worms environment, and yeah, it wasn't very good conditions for the worms, but it was for the potworms. So I'll show you how to get rid of those in that video. So I've just dug down a little bit there where there's been a little bit of food for the worms, and I've covered up a lot of the other extra food scraps that I put in there, so they'll move down into that. So, and this extra stuff I put in, that'll help start breaking the process of breaking things down as well. So I'm not overly concerned about those little white worms in there, because they will shrivel up and die.